When you're photographing small children, it can be difficult to get them to look at the camera. A Squeaky Picture Pal will catch their attention, and soon you'll be shooting nothing but smiles. This project was sponsored by allfreesewing.com. You'll need a piece of felt cut to 18 by 5 inches. You'll also need a toy squeaker. You can find them at some craft shops in the doll making section. However, I found that they're overpriced. You might be surprised to learn that you can purchase them at large pet store chains. I bought this 6-pack of small squeakers from PetSmart for only $2. You'll also need 8 inches of elastic. Fold the felt piece in half lengthwise. Sew a 1/4 inch seam down the long open side. Turn the tube right side out. Thread your elastic through using a safety pin or bodkin. Pin one end of the elastic in place while you work on the other end. Fold the ends of the tube inward 1/2 inch. Be sure the elastic is pinched between the layers. Top stitch shut with a 1/8 inch seam. Remove the pin from the other end and place a squeaker in the tube. Push it down far enough so that it's out of the way while you sew. Then repeat the steps of folding and top stitching the hole shut. Now we're going to secure the squeaker so it stays in place. Position the squeaker about 1/3 of the way up the tube. Sew a couple of stitches on each side of the squeaker to keep it from moving. Bring both ends of the tube around in a circle so they touch. Use a zigzag stitch to join the ends together in a loop. To make the owl, I cut 2 donut shapes out of contrasting colors of felt. I then sew them together around the center opening. Be sure that you've cut the hole wide enough to fit over your camera's lens. I added a triangle beak, then fringed the edges of the circles to create feathers. I also made wings. Before sewing on the embellishments, try this on your camera. Pin the embellished layer onto the scrunchie while it's on the camera, and that way you'll have the perfect amount of stretch. Finally, I'm going to add some doll eyes to my owl. Snip a small hole through all the layers and poke the eye through. Secure it on the back of the scrunchie. Now that you know the basics of making a picture pal, you can create all sorts of characters. To make this mouse, I added 2 circle ears to a black scrunchie. Then I made a hair bow by cutting a small rectangle and folding it in half lengthwise. Add a horizontal line of stitches about 1/2 inch up. Wrap another felt rectangle around the center and sew tightly. Finally, hand sew onto the mouse's ear. Photo shoots just got a whole lot easier. This project was sponsored by allfreesewing.com. For more project ideas and tutorials, visit madebymarzipan.com.